This is Ice Cream Gecko, and in today's video we're going to take a look at the Burger King Whopper. I just bought this for €4.79 and we are going to take a look at it together. Now let us unwrap it without further ado. The ultimate classic of Burger King. I had this drunk but not sober yet. At least I think I didn't have it sober yet. I'm not entirely sure, but the first look is better than I expected. Maybe you remember back to my last Burger King review, I wasn't all too happy with all the stuff that was placed on the thing. This one right here, as of right now, I have to say, looks a lot nicer. Now let us go for a cross-section right away to get this out of our feet. Take a look what it looks like. Cross-section. Always looks nice when you look at cross-section things, for the most part at least. So we've got a patty right there. We've got some, what I believe are pickles, some tomatoes, some lettuce, and some mayonnaise on the bread. So aren't there any onions on here? Let me get my pliers. My tweezers. Onion. Do we have an onion? Is there any onion? I don't think... I cannot spot any onion. Maybe there isn't supposed to be onion on here. I think on the last one there was onion. Not entirely sure. Now let us get these back up here and take our first bite of the Burger King Whopper. The first bite seems to be alright. The patty is nice and thick, thick enough at least. I did taste something right now that tasted like onion, but I'm not entirely sure if it was onion or just onion flavoured lettuce. I think it was onion though. Yeah, I do think so. Let's go for another bite. Yes, the second bite was fine as well. I do like the juiciness of the tomato right here. Tastes really good, all in all, as a package. The bread itself is fine. A lot better than the bread on the last Burger King order that I had. Like I said, the meat is thick enough. It is satisfying. Oh, here we have some onion. Oh, we see the onion, finally. And the lettuce itself seems to be crunchy enough as well. The pickles, nothing too eventful in the pickle department, but they blend in rather well. I'm going to finish this half off and then we're going to take a closer look at the individual ingredients of the last half. Alright, I finished off the first half and yeah, I'm quite satisfied with this piece, with this particular item. Overall, quite satisfying in the texture department, the taste department, and the looks department as well. Yeah, it actually looks alright. Of course, none of the things are scented or put on here as they should, I guess. But that's just fast food, I guess. Now let us take a look at the individual ingredients one by one now. So got a ketchup right there, and we've got a lettuce piece right there with a bit of ketchup on it. Consistency-wise, it seems to be fine. Yes, consistency-wise, it is fine. Tastes fresh enough. Something that doesn't look as fresh is this piece right here. Some brown at the very top. Has been out on here since this morning, I would assume. Now let us take a bite of the tomato slice right here. Something that's bad about tomato slices sometimes is when they are not really crunchy anymore, when they get kind of stale, when they're out for too long. Let's see how this one is. Yes, I have to say that this is juicy enough. Yeah. It gets the Ice Cream Gecko juiciness seal of approval, I would assume, yeah. It's alright. Let's take a look at the pickle. The pickle looks okay, it's a pickle. Yeah, it really is a pickle, that I would say is for certain. Yes, and it tastes very much like a pickle as well. A pickled pickle, lovely. Onion, the onion that I had previously, the piece of onion, was nice and crunchy. Let's see how this one is. Yeah, that one's alright as well. Now for something that is a bit more important. The meat. Let's take a look at the meat itself. It really has been a while since I had an actual Whopper. The last one I had, I think, was the plant-based Whopper, and the Whopper before that was, I think, the well, Rebel Whopper, so no Whopper with meat for me for quite some time. This right here looks a bit more natural than the unnatural Whoppers. And it has been tasting fine so far. Consistency-wise, it's quite juicy actually, but it stays together. It doesn't break apart as easily as some of these vegan alternatives. So far so good. Let's see how this tastes on its own. Yeah, the meat patty on its own is fine as well. And nothing too special about it, right? I mean, it's a Whopper. It's not some culinary masterpiece, although some would say so. Yeah, some would say so. But it's fine. Overall, it's fine. It's thick enough. It's juicy enough. It keeps it. It really does keep its shape well enough as well. So not much to complain about it overall. Ketchup. What does this taste like? Taste of ketchup. Lovely. So I'm going to devour this this last half now, and without making the camera all too dirty, I will get back to you in just a second with the review sheet. Yeah, see you then. The Whopper is fully consumed and we are ready to rate it with our rating sheet. First impression wise, I think the product itself was okay-ish, I guess. Things were on the bun, or well, inside the sandwich, I guess, for the most part. Unfortunately, the entire thing wasn't really wrapped all that well in the wrapping, which yeah, was a bit unfortunate, but other than that, fine. Color-wise, everything looked naturally. The only thing that was kind of off was that one lettuce piece that was a bit brownish, but that was like the bottom of the lettuce, and that stuff gets a bit browner a bit quickly sometimes. That's really the only thing that I can nag on color-wise, therefore still 1 out of 1 points. But you could say half a point here as well. Depends on what you want to do. Consistency and texture-wise, mostly it was fine. The only thing that I can really nag on is the bun itself. Last time I had the Burger King meal that I reviewed, actually, they had a very similar problem, although it was much worse. This one here was fine, but the bun didn't really, you know, feel like consistency-wise like a bun that was fresh. It was sitting outside for a bit of time, I think. At least that is what it felt like. Taste-wise, 4.5 points out of 5 possible points. Yeah, overall it was decent. It was quite decent. It was the Whopper, as you would expect. Nothing really to complain about too much in the taste department. A few things that they could have done differently are like minor things, like making the bun not so sweet. It's not like sweet, but in the last few bites I did have a bit of sweetness in my mouth, and I'm fairly certain that was from the bun itself. The ketchup, the sweetness on that is fine, although, like, for me, you do not need almost any sugar in stuff like this here. I'm good without it for the most part. But theme realization-wise, at the end, it was a Whopper, and I think they did a somewhat decent job at this. So they are coming back when it comes to quality. My local Burger King franchisee. Very happy about that. I do not have to look for another one. 8.5 points out of 10 is therefore the final rating for the Burger King Whopper for $4.79. If you've got a question or a video suggestion, leave it in the comment section down below. And if you want to see more videos just like this one, please subscribe. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope I'm going to see you soon. Until then, bye bye.